Hey guys, Spathi here. I wanted to talk a little bit about the DLC today for the Outer Rim expansion. I kind of wanted to just first focus on the new star cards, weapons, and mode, heroes, etc. And then kind of just talk about the rest of the patch notes after that. And just kind of give my opinions on them. As it stands, I have played all of the modes, I've played all the weapons, I've used all the star cards, you know, all that kind of stuff. To be honest, I haven't really played the new maps that much. I was mainly interested in playing the new game mode on the new maps, and you know, as it currently stands, you can't really just play that mode. If you queue for extraction, especially on PC, and if you can even get a game on PC, as soon as you play that one game, you know, switch sides, blah blah blah, you get put into something else like cargo or hero hunt. I mean, not hero hunt, but like heroes versus villains, and it's like, that's not really what I was here for. So, you know, they're going to be changing that in the next upcoming patch, I believe, so maybe I'll get to play some more extraction and actually post some good gameplay. I have, I think, maybe a couple extraction games I've played and I might post at some point, but don't have a lot of gameplay on the new maps to really show anybody at this point, unfortunately. The first couple days the DLC was released for Season Pass owners. It was kind of hard to find those games anyway. I don't know if it's just because, you know, everybody was doing their 8 gig patch, or they're all playing the old modes trying to unlock cards, or what, but it wasn't easy finding games. So let's talk about the weapons first. I've kind of showed off some of them in some of my videos on my channel already, but the free ones are the DL18, which I've got a video for, and the DLT19X, which I've got at least a couple videos up for. And the DL18, I've kind of talked about it before, or mentioned it like on Reddit and stuff, where people always are like, this gun's awesome, it's amazing. I don't really think it's that good, to be honest. I think it's actually pretty strong with explosive shot. I wish Simthic, the website where you can see like how fast weapons kill and everything, I wish they had basically charts for how fast a weapon kills with explosive shot, because not all weapons are equal in that regard, but they don't. So, I mean, the gun does feel like you can kill people really quickly with explosive shot up, but when you don't have explosive shot up, it's basically just a crappy version of every other pistol. I mean, I think the SC14C is pretty much still the best pistol in the game. I mean, it's probably harder to use. It's a 5-shot pistol, but it kills really quickly. I mean, up close you can kill in one burst, and it still has pretty good range. So, that's still my go-to pistol if I'm going to pull out a pistol. Lately, I usually pull out a shotgun more often than I do a pistol. The other gun, the DL, or the, what is it, DLT19X, yeah. I've used it in a couple videos. It's basically just a sniper rifle, kind of like the cycler rifle. I don't really think it's viable for like more competitive play. I don't even know if there's really anything they could change to make it more viable. It's fun to use, especially like in public games and stuff. You can kind of use it as a shotgun, or you can use it just as a long-range sniper. I mean, a headshot's a one-shot kill. That's great, but you only get that one shot. I mean, you're kind of exposing yourself doing that. You have to use cover really well if you don't want to get just blown away. In the current game type, or current game meta really, and especially in the more competitive games, if you watched any like the pug matches and stuff I've played, almost everybody runs pulse cannon. So peeking people is kind of risky in most cases, unless you know their pulse cannon's down or whatever, you're actually going for an objective. So having a gun that lets you do that is kind of nice, because you can easily peek once and shoot, and then hide again. But still, I really don't think it's that viable. It's just too gimmicky. I mean, if they made it so you could shoot twice before overheating, it would probably be overpowered at that point. So I really doubt they would do that. I don't know. I don't know what they could change to make it a little more viable. So I probably won't be using it for anything serious. I know a couple, I think I've tried it before, and a couple other clanmates of mine have tried it, and like pugs and stuff, and they didn't really do any better than they would have with just a real, actual good gun, like a shotgun or E3 or whatever. So we've got the other new guns. We've got the Relby, which is basically a crap A280C. You know, people are like, well, you just don't know how to use the gun. Well, I mean, look at the stats. It's already a crappy A280C. And the spread on it is actually kind of bad, long range. If you try to shoot it at its RPM cap, which is like 350 RPM or something, it's really inaccurate after a while. And even the A280C is more accurate than it. And the Relby's supposed to be a targeting rifle. Like, I don't get it. What were they thinking? I mean, just stats-wise, the T21B is better at every single range. And that gun is... Does that gun have spread? Like, I think it's always perfectly accurate. At least when I used to use it. I used to use it a lot at Turning Point. The Relby's just bad. I mean, maybe it does a ton of headshot damage, because different guns, I believe, have different headshot modifiers, but I don't know, the Relby, just, I don't like it. I hope they do something to make it better. I mean, it sounds like a pea shooter, and it shoots like a pea shooter, so. And then there's the DT12, which is probably in an even worse state. I mean, most people just compare it to the DL44, and are just like, why would I use the DT12? And I can't answer that question. I don't know why you would use it either. Yeah, I don't even use the DL44, which they nerfed again. Not really much of a big nerf, but they did nerf it. And then we've got the new star cards. We've got the scattergun, which is basically a scout pistol that goes through shields. It's quite a long cooldown compared to the scout pistol with like a 6 or 7 second cooldown. They both still have the same bounty hunter bug, where if you have rank 3 bounty hunter, which, you know, usually if you get a kill like with a pulse cannon, it'll reset your cooldown like 85%. Well, scattergun and scout pistol do not. So, if you get a kill with your scattergun and you're a rank 3 bounty hunter, your scattergun's still going to be on cooldown until you get a kill with not your scattergun. Now, if your scattergun's on cooldown and you get a kill with your blaster, it will count for your scattergun. So it's kind of annoying. I think it's just some bug, because they shoot twice, and somewhere in there, like if you get the kill with the second shot or something, like the card doesn't technically go on cooldown yet until after you've gotten the kill, so it doesn't register or something. I'm sure there's just some programming bug in there that I need to fix. I've reported the issue 2 or 3 times and it's pretty much been ignored, so oh well. There's the Edox grenade, which is basically just a tear gas grenade, nothing really any fancy there. Maybe useful in certain game modes, like cargo, you know, pop it on a corner. You're not going to get killed by the pulse cannoner that's camping that corner, or that shotgunner that's camping that corner in cargo, because, you know, he's going to have to back off. It'll let your team push in. Other than that, it's kind of useless in most game modes. I mean, you could throw it on an uplink, I guess. If you throw it on a drop pod, it doesn't actually stop the guy from capping a drop pod unless you had already done some damage to him. So, I mean, they could easily just pop shield and still just claim a drop pod and run out. They'll almost be dead, but you lost the drop pod at that point. Like, what's the point? I don't know. And the last star card is the Adrenaline Stim star card, which I actually run a lot. I like the fact that I can heal, and I don't have to pop a shield, because I don't really like shield. I mean, with Adrenaline Stim, the trick is you can't be taking damage constantly, or else you're not going to regen health. So let's say you get low, you pop Adrenaline Stim, you jetpack immediately after you do that. Usually that's going to buy you enough time. I don't know how long it is, a second or something, maybe less. But then you'll start regenerating, because you jetpacked in the air, you throw off the people that were shooting at you. So you're regenerating, and you can keep shooting while you do that. Or you can roll around, you can get behind cover, and then immediately peek out again, whatever. You can kind of win situations you shouldn't be able to win, because you're regenerating health very quickly. I mean, it does not take long to regen your health once that regen starts. So I really like it for like blast. I think I use it in Walker Assault sometimes. I don't really use it in Drop Zone just because shield's much better there. But I really like it. It's a pretty good card. I don't know if I'd change anything with that. From what most people think, the next patch, probably like next week or so, is going to add some more cards, like the Berserker trait, the Bacta Bomb, and the Ion Neutralizer, which I'm not sure what that one is. So we'll have to see if those are going to be any good. Bacta Bomb looks like it's going to basically be like a health boost that you throw on the ground for you and your teammates, and it's going to be a really long cooldown. So we'll have to see if that's any good. I kind of doubt it, to be honest. Maybe for the 40-man modes, but for smaller game modes, I kind of doubt it's going to be any good, especially with such a long cooldown. I mean, yeah, if you're level 3 bounty hunter. But if you're level 3 bounty hunter, you're probably already winning anyway. You don't need that. So, I mean, you'd be better off with just a pulse cannon. Or something, you know, to get another kill. We'll have to see. The Berserker one looks kind of interesting. It's, your blaster damage goes up after you're hurt. I don't know what constitutes hurt. I mean, is that 5 damage? Is that 10 damage? What is it? If I'm playing on Solace, can I step in the lava for a second and then I have, like, a medium damage boost to my blaster? And that would be kind of... You could abuse that. You just walk through the little steam gas on the Solace blast map, and you're just doing more damage. What the heck? So we'll have to see how that works. It'll be kind of interesting. I bet a lot of people are going to be running it. We'll have to... I don't know. Is it going to help you win a duel? Just don't know at this point. It'll be interesting. As far as the heroes go, in the new mode, like I said, I didn't really get to play the new mode that much. The cues weren't the best, and the fact that you can't just play that one mode consistently kind of turned me off to it. The new maps were definitely close quarter combat oriented, as they said. Shotguns and scan pulse were definitely the things to go for, especially on the Java maps. Just everything, you're just hallways, and you can camp the corridors. It was just ridiculous how stupid that was. Just sitting there with a shotgun and murdering people. Crazy. Pipelines, on the other hand, weren't quite as bad. It was a little more open on that map. But I kind of like the maps. I mean, they were pretty, but I haven't really gotten to play them much. I don't know. Hopefully I can get some more like gameplay of me playing the new maps up at some point. I think I have a little bit of extraction gameplay I might upload. It wasn't really the best, but I just have so little that I don't really have a choice, you know, if I want to be able to show off that new maps at all. The new heroes, we got Greedo and 9 Numb. They're both actually pretty strong. I've played them both in Walker Assault. They're kind of squishy, as they should be, because they are so strong. I really want to play as 9 Numb some more, especially like in Walker Assault and stuff. He's got that pulse cannon on like a 4-second cooldown. He's got that turret that just blows people away, especially if you get it upgraded. And he's got an orbital strike that has the hidden passive of being a scan pulse. You just pull out your orbital strike and you just look around and you can see through walls. It's crazy. What the heck? Orbital strike, just a turret that, so crazy. He's so powerful. I mean, he does not have any hit points, but if you play him correctly, you're really not going to be taking damage anyway. I really want to get some good 9 Numb gameplay up at some point, so I might actually have to try and play some Walker Assault. As for Greedo, he's a lot riskier of a character to play. He's also kind of squishy, and he needs to basically flank people. None of his abilities were really that interesting to me. I like 9 a lot better, even though his aren't anything original. I mean, those are all 3 things that were already in the game. His skin was already in the game. They basically just slap on an outfit and add some voices, and you got a new character for very little work. Greedo, pretty much the same, but not as good abilities, in my opinion. I mean, he's got all those grenades. His final tier grenade is pretty cool. It's basically a better, cooler version of the dubstep grenade. But scan pulse, it's like, okay, useful. And his third ability, utterly useless. I mean, you have to just stand there, lock onto a bunch of people, and shoot. I mean, that's just asking to die. I mean, you should be able to move while doing that at least. Otherwise, it's just gonna get you killed. He's so squishy. I mean, he needs to flank. He's definitely one of those, use your scan pulse to your advantage, flank the enemy, blow them away. I mean, once you get enough confidence, you're one-shotting people with your primary weapon. And that's crazy. You can just run around behind enemy lines, just blowing people away. Or just, if you can manage to sneak into an uplink, like on Solace or something, you just pew pew, they're all dead. Amazing. But so squishy. He's definitely like a high risk, high reward kind of character. 9, on the other hand, is just super OP. It just seems like he's just so strong. I don't know. He'll probably get nerfed at some point. I'm sure they've got stats to see like how well people do with different heroes or whatever. I mean, it's possible that just the community in general plays them poorly and they won't get nerfed. That'd be great. But I think 9's just crazy. And Greedo's pretty crazy too, but he's definitely a lot riskier. I mean, it's really easy to drop a hero if you're a good player, especially if you're using pulse cannon. I mean, it takes, what, 3 or 4 pulse cannon shots to a hero and they're dead. And Greedo's gotta be up there to, you know, get kills. Unlike 9, who could be far away, or protect an uplink or whatever. So, I don't know. But I guess that's pretty much it for the new cards and the new weapons. We can kind of just talk about the generic content things they've added that I just want to highlight. I like the new scoreboard. They rearranged the scoreboard, they added icons for if you're playing as a hero, if you're in a vehicle, you can see people's ping. I like that. I like that you can see if a player's dead, their name is faded out. So it definitely helps, and especially like competitive games, if you're trying to spawn on your partner, you don't know if they're alive and you don't want to ask every time you die in voice chat, can I spawn on you? Are you dead? Are you up there? Whatever. At least you can see if they're dead. I mean, it gets kind of annoying trying to bug your teammate every single time you die. Can I spawn on you? Can I spawn on you? Can you back up? I need to spawn on you. You know, constantly. That's drop zone for you, because partner spawning is really strong in this game. And it gets old asking that same question over and over again. The team rebalancing never really seemed to be working much. I've seen people get rebalanced, but it was kind of just rare after a game happened and like pretty much one team left. I like the new spectator mode that they added to the game. I haven't actually personally got to do it yet. I know one of my teammates got to spectate and he said it wasn't too bad. You could basically free cam or swap between players. I don't know if you could see their star cards and stuff, or see like where other players were through the walls. Like that way you could tell if somebody was like wall hacking or something. I don't know if you can do any of that. I haven't gotten to personally do it yet. I'm hoping I can spectate a game soon and kind of show you guys what it looks like. Like an actual match between two teams or something. The HUT contracts, I guess I probably should have touched on that first. It seems like that's going to be the new way they're going to add all new future star cards and weapons. It's kind of interesting. I mean, at least it makes it so you don't have to be 50 plus to be able to get the new content. You can be, was it level 12 you have to be at least to do HUT contracts. I kind of like that. I mean, it's annoying. The Dioxys Grenade one, which is the one that everybody complains about, was really annoying. I found all the others pretty easy. Adrenaline Stim was annoying to get the first couple days when we were trying to, because we just could not find an extraction game. We actually ended up playing against each other. Like, I dragged a bunch of friends and teammates into a game on our team and against us, and we basically just didn't kill each other and got objective points until we got Adrenaline Stim. Like, I mean, that's kind of cheating, but we couldn't even find games with a game mode. It was ridiculous. So that's what we resorted to. Just letting each other unlock Stim real quick just so we had it. But other than the Dioxys Grenade being really annoying, which we kind of just killed each other for that too, all the others are really easy. I hope they kind of make them a little more objective based in the future. Maybe like, you know, capture uplinks and walker assault or something. Maybe not that, that'd be harder to do. But like capture control points and turn point or something. You know, something a little more objective based than just get X kills with X weapons or get targeting streaks or whatever. It was a little stale, but hopefully they can do something with that in the future, make it a little bit better. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have. Still had some stuff I could go over, like how lame going from rank 50 to 60 is and how there's basically nothing for doing that. But maybe for next time. If you liked the video, feel free to like, subscribe, dislike, whatever. And I'll see you guys next time.